What is good, guys? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down some very important tweets from the man, the myth, the legend himself, Elon Musk. I want to break down what's happening with Tesla stock, what you should be watching for, and why Elon Musk just said that he thinks Tesla could be worth more than $8,000 per share, and this may happen in the future. But before I begin to detail all this information, before I talk about what Elon Musk is saying, some important things coming out on his Twitter page, let me just mention a few things. I'm firstly not a financial planner, so make sure you take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Weeble link. The offer ends very soon. Deposit $500, and you are guaranteed 20 free stocks. Anyways, when it comes to Tesla stock, we got a little bit of a dip because of the Chinese sales data that showed a bit of a decline quarter over quarter, but then Tesla tried to rebound back up to about 185. So right now I'm watching 185 as resistance. This is where we're kind of testing this zone, and we have support currently around 183. So despite what's happening right now, Tesla's kind of trading sideways in a range. We're going to likely continue to trade sideways for some time, but we have some major catalysts coming out. One of the big catalysts is going to be what happens with deliveries coming out for Q2. And the second thing is going to be what happens with this bullish pattern. Because right now, you guys can see, first off, we have a double bottom like structure forming a nice W, and Tesla's going to likely continue to uptrend all the way into the 200s if this ends up playing out. There's also a confluence of this when looking at the inverse head and shoulders. So this favors upside, at least for Tesla, in my personal opinion. There's a good chance we get into the 200s as long as we hold above 167. Now for SPY, we're still looking bullish, but I just want to call out that resistance is going to get very, very tough in the 550 zone. We're currently around 548.5. As we go a little higher, we'll be watching resistance just to see how we end up reacting. Could go a little bit higher, but I'd be very careful at 550. There could be a rejection coming because it's a psychological level and we have a big bearish divergence developing. Not to mention the fact that the market has been just continuing to push into like more fearful indicators on our fear and greed index and other factors like that. I'll talk more about that a little bit later. Also, Nvidia is pushing a bit because of bullish news, but be careful as we go to these higher levels because resistance is going to get tougher for Nvidia the closer we get to 136 plus and even these higher levels as well. So we're still bullish, could go a little higher, but watch resistance around 137. And then one thing that's a red flag for SPY is the fact that the QQQ is showing weakness. We have a double top leg structure that's developed, and also we are getting very tight. So let me just fix this for 1 second. So from the way this is looking, the QQQ is showing weakness. You guys can see it right here. We had a double top leg structure. We hit this high right here, came down, hit it again. We made a lower high, and we just closed flats today. So it's showing some weakness compared to SPY. With tech slowing down, this could contribute a little negatively for that of SPY. Also, Apple is starting to slow down finally. We got a big push, which is awesome, but now we have this 212 support. If we lose that, we'll be looking for 210. And I'm seeing potential weakness, at least on this pattern, at least thus far. So I want to just call that out, guys. For the rest of these tickers, I'm just going to be very brief. I mean, we need Amazon to get back above 184 to turn bullish. If we don't do that, we are kind of weak. We also have the same thing going on for Meta. We're looking kind of weak. If we don't reclaim 502, we could remain bearish, and we could be looking for a retest of 494. So I'm seeing some weakness on these charts. Now, I'm just going to end the technical analysis part, at least from here, because I just want to be very brief. As a reminder, the stock market is going to be closed for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Juneteenth. It's going to be a national holiday. The stock market is closed tomorrow. We'll be back in action on Thursday, so that's when we have like jobs numbers and such. So I'll be waiting to see what that causes. But for now, I'll give you guys a more in-depth updates tomorrow on the stock market. I just want to focus on something else. So as far as Tesla goes, the medium term still looks more bullish for the technicals, but for the short term, Tesla looks like it's going to just completely just range trade, maybe dip a little bit more towards 182 and just continue to trade sideways. So we'll see what the move ends up being. But now I just want to shift your focus on something else that's even more significant. That's what Elon Musk has been saying. I noticed that as of recent, the guy has been tweeting like crazy about Tesla. In the past 48 hours, we've seen more than 10 to 15 tweets. I just took a couple of them. I just want to talk about some things Musk has said. So this person known as Alex has tweeted that the $25 trillion Tesla bot's valuation is too conservative. The problem with big numbers is that people have never seen them before. But what we have here is a situation where the economy is no longer defined by labor and productivity that we have today, but by a new labor force that could literally manufacture in unlimited numbers to manufacture. That's absolutely insane. It's a rule changer. And that's the reason why, this could actually mathematically take things to much larger numbers. That's actually a big reaction to what this other person was talking about when it comes to the bot industry. The bot industry could now also lead to about 1 billion of these bots per year. And if Tesla's building hundreds of millions of them, they're going to have a big share in that. Selling them for about, let's just say like 10, it costs them like 10,000 to build. If they sell them for like 20,000 each, that's going to give them a massive profit in close to over $1 trillion. The PE ratio multiplied by 25 gets you about 25 trillion in valuation. There are some issues with this assumption, though. We don't truly know everything that's going to happen with the bot industry. We don't know Tesla's market share in that and how much Tesla will sell them for, and a bunch of other factors like that. So we don't know everything about it. But after all, there is some math that does support Elon Musk's claim that Tesla will have a 25 trillion plus market cap because of the bots, the robots, and that's when Musk is basically saying yes, it may even be an underestimate. So that's something else that's worth noting. Part of the reason why he said that is because he's very invested in what's going on with the future. We had Jensen Huang, who is the CEO of Nvidia. He came out and he said that humanoid robots will be more common, or it will be as common as cars, and there will be significant breakthroughs in robotics in the next 2 to 3 years. Musk said there will be 10 times more common than those of cars. That's absolutely insane. They're going to be 10 times more common than cars. If we have 2 to 3 billion cars, there's going to be 20 to 30 billion of these humanoid robots, according to Elon Musk, going into like the next, for many years to come. And that's actually very possible. I don't know exactly what will happen, though. I can't say with 100% certainty for the future, but it is possible. You can't rule that out, right? We can't rule out a lot of things. The world is changing as we know it, and it's very crazy. On top of this, there are roughly about 2 billion cars on Earth. So if there are 20 billion humanoid robots, according to what Musk is saying, he's agreeing with this. And he's saying that he's very confident that this is going to happen with all these breakthroughs in robotics. So what this basically tells us is that with this new robotics era and AI, this is going to be very bullish for Tesla. And Musk is saying that Tesla is going to be worth about 25 trillion in valuation. That's $8,000 is a bit of an underestimate. It might be worth $10,000 or much higher than that, right? That's what Elon Musk is saying. So I'm just want to like put his words out there. Is he right or wrong? We don't truly know. No one knows what the future is going to hold. But I will tell you this. I made another video about Kathy Wood's targets, why she expects 2,600 a share for Tesla by 2029, if not 3,100. And that doesn't really account for AI robotics, those kinds of robots like Optimus. So she could be underestimating Tesla, according to a lot of people. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. But the future is still very bright as we're seeing a big AI shift for the company. Now, there's been a lot of other tweets from Elon Musk. I just want to focus on those. Musk also tweeted that the Tesla Megapacks massively increase electric power generation efficiently, as they can buffer power at night for use in the day, dramatically reducing the need to build new power plants. That's actually very useful in places like Japan, other countries that need this during natural disasters and such. So very important stuff. That's why Tesla Megapacks are becoming increasingly popular in Japan, and that's very useful. On top of this, Morgan Freeman said that he owns Tesla stock and he's a huge fan of Elon Musk. What he's done, nobody else has ever done. Musk replied with that he's a big fan of Morgan Freeman. So very awesome, very great to hear. I too am a big fan of Morgan Freeman, and I'm a fan of Elon Musk. Great to hear them kind of talking about very important concepts. On top of this, the Powerwall 3 is now available in the UK and also in Germany. Musk has been tweeting a lot about that. Awesome stuff, at least for Tesla moving forward for their growth and their expansion. And then there's been a lot of talk that came out. Musk was actually tweeting about this, about the new developments from the FSD 12.4.1 new update. It's going to be able to make U-turns and park across the street, essentially. It's also going to be capable of doing so many other very cool things with its neural net. So very awesome stuff, especially with the improvements it's making to parking and other factors like that. So it's very useful, very cool. And I can't wait to see what else comes, at least in the future. But that's something Musk has been talking about. Musk also said that the interference rate is going to be decreasing, which means that you could drive your car for all these miles. I'm not going to put the numbers out there, but you could drive your car for longer periods of time without having to interfere using FSD only. So it's getting closer to autonomy in the eyes and words of Elon Musk. There's been some big news that the next Tesla Model 3 long range is officially qualifying for the $7,500 federal EV tax credit. This news came out yesterday, and Musk responded. He said that the new Model 3 long range is an amazing car. I do agree with him. It's absolutely incredible, coming just under $40,000, including the EV tax credit. So great news, at least for Tesla. Now, the reason why this is important is because when the Chinese numbers came out, okay, they weren't looking too good for Tesla. Tesla's numbers were a little bit weak, uh, basically week over week. Also, Quarter over quarter, they were actually pretty good because the previous quarter was a little bit weak. And then from what I remember, compared to like Q4 of 2023, they're kind of low. They're also kind of low compared to what we saw last year. So, like I said before, the numbers weren't that strong in China, but that's why news like this is going to be important. We want to see if we can get a big increase in US sales. We want to see if we can get a big push in Chinese sales and such for Tesla to try to get the numbers back up, because right now deliveries are not looking as strong for Q2. Let's hope that Tesla gets some strong numbers to kind of make a big comeback. We have 2 weeks yet, 2 weeks left, so let's hope for the best. Let's hope that Tesla really improves. All right. So with that being said, Tesla has deliveries coming up in under 2 weeks, and we also have the very important robotaxi event in just less than 2 months. So we have a lot of stuff coming out. I can't wait to see what the future holds for Tesla, as a lot of the things that Musk is saying makes me very optimistic, and they're very thought provoking about the future, how robotics are going to transform all of our lives. So I can't wait to see what happens. So it's going to be very crazy, very, very cool stuff. And, the world is changing like crazy, guys. It's absolutely incredible. It's absolutely insane. It also makes me apprehensive, very fearful about some industries. Many industries are going to be disrupted by AI, and it's happening as we speak, and there's not really much we could really do about it to stop it. So we just have to continue. Now, one thing for everyday people that I could tell you is that I'm not giving financial advice, but I'm seeing a big opportunity in Tesla, especially buying it at 180 a share, or even if it dips down. I don't care if it goes back down to 100, 140, 150, 200. I'm very bullish long term. Okay. I'm very bullish. I think that where we see Tesla right now is going to be nothing compared to where we see Tesla in 5 years from now. And I think that these targets by Kathy Wood, saying that Tesla goes to 2,600 or even 3,100 a share if something works out for the robotaxi, or Elon Musk's claims that Tesla will reach $8,000 a share or even higher than that, more than $8,000 a share. To clarify, I don't think that these claims are outlandish. I think that they have a lot of merit, and all of them are very possible, but you have to give the stock time. You have to be very patient. Right now, we're in a very, very tough place with these high interest rates, but things will improve. So I'm very optimistic. I can't wait to see what the future holds for Tesla. Okay, so Tesla is amazing. I'm still very bullish long term. Hearing about all these pieces of news make me very excited. For the short term, for the very, very short term, yes, Tesla's in a very, very stagnant place. It's kind of trading sideways. Likely will continue for the short term, but the long term is still very bright. And I really love and admire the confidence and the enthusiasm of Elon Musk and how much he's been tweeting about it as of recent. So that's very, very awesome stuff. Anyways, that is it for my video. I want to thank you all so much for listening. I hope you guys have an absolutely incredible rest of the day. The stock market is going to be closed for tomorrow, and I'll be going into the more details for the other tickers like AMD, for Coinbase, AMC, whatever. I'll be going over all of those more tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then. Until then, enjoy the holiday. There's not going to be day trading for the equities markets tomorrow. There will be trading for futures. That's it, but not for like equities, not for Tesla, not for NEO, SPY, and the others, not for these ETFs and such. So we're not going to have trading tomorrow for the equities market, for New York Stock Exchange and such. But I'll be back tomorrow for another update on the overall market. I'll be talking in more depth about technicals, and then we'll be back in action on Thursday for trading like we normally do. All right. So thank you for listening. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys very soon tomorrow. Thank you and peace out.